Hey, hey, producer, how are you? I'm just coming in here, bored. So I said, why not come in here chit chat? I'm gonna contact you, love, after this live. We won't be long. I'm just coming here to chill a little bit. I'll contact you after this. Wow. I'm just coming here. I'm gonna try something new tonight that I think that we'll try because Sir King asked. Well, he suggested that maybe I try something new. So we just gonna have an open panel tonight, and they free to ask me questions, or we could just discuss anything we want to discuss. But I want to talk about Tamar Braxton. What's going on with Tamar Braxton? Hey, Tyler, what's going on, baby? Taylor, I don't know. You know, Auntie screwed up all the time. Hey, Taylor. I want to talk about Tamar Braxton. I've been somewhat following her story and her little mental breakdown. And I think something else. What can I help you with? Come here. Hold on. About to do this live. So I'm doing a live. So I'm trying to wonder what's going on with her because I saw something, and you know I am a little conspiracy theorist, I must say that, and I do believe in the Illuminati, and I do believe in once you reach a certain level, perhaps you make some type of sacrifice, even if it's in the form of being humiliated and by the entertainment world. Hey, Dr. K, I tried to call you. Victoria? Yes, twice in one day. So I want to talk about that because I see something different going on with her. And I know that I just never trusted the boyfriend. I never trusted the boyfriend. And I think perhaps something might be going on. So I wonder if someone think like I think. I don't think it's just haphazard. I think something going on with him and her, and now he follows charges against her. And then I saw this clip somewhere that really puzzled me. She went to some type of ritual with him. Hey, I know I talked right over that. Wasn't that crazy? Then I had my son talking to me, you know, who's supposed to be helping me. So he was helping me with something. But anywho, hold on. Let me see what's going on. Why can't I get this out of here? Why can't I get this out of here? I don't know. Hold on, you guys. Something is going on here. Can you see me? Can you see me good? So, anywho, I was thinking about Tamar Braxton, and then I was watching this show. I don't know. I was watching this show, and long time ago when she met this boyfriend of hers, and this just been weighing on me. And I don't know, because like I said, I am a conspiracy theorist. I have to tell you that I do believe in that. But anyway, long time ago, she had met this guy, and all of a sudden she went over to, I guess it was his country, and they were doing this ritual. Now I don't know what it was. I guess her introduction to, you know, the high prince or whoever it was. But what bothered me is that she was the only woman. It was all men at this it was all men at this little gathering, and she was drinking out of something, and all these men were standing around her. I said, something just ain't right. No, I wasn't trying to come on camera. Baby. I wasn't trying. I said, something is not right. I don't have the right lighting. Not that I can't come on camera. I just don't have the right lighting. I said something wasn't right. And then after that, she started having this mental breakdown. You know, she had wrote about her feeling like she a slave. She wanted to be free. And she went on this big rant, you know, and then again, you guys, I don't know what it is. I know some people say shaving of their head is like a ritual or is a freedom for women, you know, in reference to the hair stuff. But it seems like every woman that I've watched in this entertainment business, I'm not talking about in our real life, but in the entertainment world, it seems like something happened to them. They lose it after that, you know. So I'm trying to see, just my mind wondering if it's some type of ritual. You know, I'm not sure. So after that, you know, after she made that statement about her being, hold on, let me see. I want y'all to hear a little bit of it. I follow this woman. Let me see. And so she wrote a little, she was, hold on, you guys, because I think I copied it. Yeah, let me go into this. I'll be here for you. Hold on. I'm going to share the screen. Hold on, y'all. I'm getting there. Let me see if this is. So listen. So listen to this lady, right? I'm going to share the screen and let me know if you guys could hear her. Now, I'm a conspiracy theorist, y'all. That's just what it is, y'all. I am. But I believe every time from what I've observed in the entertainment business, whenever they do something like this, they start transitioning. So I don't know if it's, like I said, a ritual and after that, you know, something happened to them mentally and they are more, to me, it appears to me like they being humiliated or ashamed. I mean, oh yeah, they being humiliated or shamed because I don't know what step they at, but I do believe in Illuminati. I'm just telling you, I do believe in it. And I do believe that it's levels to these things in entertainment. And in order for you to reach those levels, I really do believe you make sacrifices sometimes. That's just something I believe. And when you watch these entertainers, you'll start seeing, again, you know, my favorite word, they moving kind of funny. They start, you know, getting different. And then, you know, things start happening to them. And I think this is just a form of a ritual for them for humiliation for not completing whatever they have to complete. That's just me. I'll drop the link later. Am I the only one think that MK Ultra is real? But I want you to listen to this lady. And I want to give credit to her because she's Madam So-So. And I go over there, so madam. I go over there sometime, you guys, and I don't believe in everything someone say. But then when I start, you know, looking at it, I'm like, dang, she making sense. So listen to her and let me know if you could hear it, okay? Hold on. So. That shit. When she can't just come out. Wait. So let's take it back some. So just listen. Remember this? Can you hear it? To master. They said I done saved them enough money and I got they said I done to master. Free her. She said she was fired. Okay. So you guys said it was bad audio. Okay, it's bad audio. Okay, so let me drop it and explain to you exactly what she was saying. So what this Soto So Madam was saying, that prior to all this going on with Tamar, she had put out there that she felt like a slave and she wanted to be free and that they owned her. And I took that when I was listening to that, I thought about the R. Kelly thing when he said he wanted to own his masters. Remember, that's in the music business. He wanted to own his masters, but somebody owned him. So, with that being said, I believe that I know the bad sound. That's why I took it off. Thank you, gemologist. So, I believe what happened was that maybe perhaps Tamar was breaking away from her family, and this is just me, and she probably did wanted to depart with the entertainment. Remember, she separated from her husband, Vince, and all that stuff. Maybe she was trying to pull away because she knew that it was her time to pay and they wouldn't let her out of it. So something took place and when she went to this place with this boyfriend of hers who now has filed a restraining order against her, which is so strange, but I don't know that in the details of that. But all of a sudden, when he come into her life, she goes head over heels about him. They go and they do this ritual. Like I said, it just freaked me out because it was no women, and that's odd. But I don't know the culture, but it was no women around her, and she's drinking this stuff while these men and everyone are just onlookers. She come back and then all of a sudden she freaks out. And now the relationship with them is so bad. So I wonder if this was a form of humiliation for her because she didn't pay her dues and whatever those dues may be. I don't know. Like I said, I do believe in that because I've heard several artists, the young artists, when they sign contract, want to back out their contract and they can't. They can't. They have to go forward. And I was told by someone who was very close in the music industry that's related to me, very close to me. They told me that things like that take place. And a lot of times before, when they have those big sex orgy ritual parties or whatever those parties they have, is certain things you have to do. It's certain things you just have to do. And so I do believe it. And I believe poor Tamar is going through something. And I don't know. She said she felt the only way out to be free from, I believe, this industry is death. And now all this stuff is happening to her. She was put into a facility or she checked into a mental institute for, I guess, evaluation and treatment. And now she's back out. But prior to that, you guys, that hair cutting thing, something is just not right when those women when women in the entertainment industry cut their hair. I'm going to drop the link. So I know I'm not the only one. I was looking for my little other conspiracy theorists, but I'm going to drop the link because I want this to be a conversation. I just don't want me to think that I'm going crazy. But if you have known in the music industry, if you have kept up with some of it, and I have, because that's what I was going to do. I was going to do conspiracy theories in the entertainment world, but then I backed off it, and I backed off of it because I know they mess with your channel, so I don't go too deep in it. And I watch what I say because I don't want to sacrifice my channel. But Suge Knight, come on up here. I'm gonna drop this link. Suge Knight is one of them, and look at it. Bill Cosby is one of them. R. Kelly is one of them. Now it looks like Joe Budden is going through something, and I heard a little bit of just a little bit of that, but Joe Budden is going through something because he spoke his mind. Look how they shamed and humiliated Nick Cannon, you guys. He's another one. Nick Cannon was another one. And I believe, had not Uncle O Snoop did what they wanted him to do, what the masters wanted him to do, they would have humiliated him. So I do believe that, you guys. So I'm going to drop this link. If it's someone, look, Tamar has been on a downward slope for a while. She has. And I think because they realize what they do exclusively me, when they sign these contracts, I think they start realizing it. You know what happens. You know, I'm sure things happen behind the scenes that we don't know about, y'all. I'm just sure. I just believe it. You remember Dr. Cat? Dr. Cat is my good buddy. I'm going to drop this link so if somebody want to talk about it, but I know I ain't the only one about this Bill Cosby thing, this R. Kelly, and he said it in his last, song, I Admitted, that he was trying to get his masters. And there's a lot of people who don't own it. A lot of these artists that don't own their masters. Come to find out, the Amigos, they don't own their masters. Now, what? You know what? And check this out. I don't know, but they having a hard time too now. they not doing as well as people think they are behind the scenes. They having a problem because they don't own nothing of theirs. Because these people get these contracts and they so hungry for money. And you know what? Good morning. I'm sorry, baby. Good evening, AH, and exclusively me and everyone who's coming in the chat. Hey, Michi Love, Reese. I When they sign these contracts, I really think they sign over their souls contracts, that little fine writing. And then, you can imagine a person who has a dream and they dream to be an entertainer, and then someone see them and they catch them not at a vulnerable state, but the state that they wanted so bad that they sign these contracts and they don't read the fine writing. And then once it's time to pay up, or whatever you want to call it, in order for the contract to still be good, you're caught. You're caught in a crossroads. Even if you don't want to do it, you have to do it. That young boy who gave out all that money, and he was saying that, the music industry was the devil and he went out. A couple of weeks later, he got locked up. And what happened? He came back and he was the artist of a lifetime. So I don't know what they do when they take these people away or they lock them away, but I do believe something else is happening. I believe that they only let you get so big. And once you reach that ceiling, you really do have to make a big sacrifice in order to, I guess, break the glass ceiling. There's a lot of wicked stuff and a lot of demonic stuff that goes on in the entertainment business. So I don't know, but I dropped my link. If you want to come up here and talk about it, that's fine. If not, if you want to ask me questions, I'm open for questions. I'm just going to do an open panel tonight. Whatever you want to discuss, make sure we always follow our decorum. But come in here, and most of all, relax, sit back, and let's do our thing. But you already know how we rock over here. So Michael Jackson was one. See, this is what happens, you guys. They make us, the public, think that everything is well and these people are super duper rich. But when you find out, when they are taken up out of here, like Whitney, Michael, and a couple others, they didn't have the money that you thought they had. Or when they humiliating you, like Nick Cannon, come to think about it, he didn't own anything. And we thought that Nick Cannon was close to being a billionaire, right? Well, we thought he was a really rich guy. That he come to find out the brother didn't own anything. None of that. Wilding Out wasn't his. I thought he owned Wilding Out. So I'm like, wow. So I think that's what they doing. They send them through humiliation, and that's what's going on with Tamar. And they mentally breaking her down, so she had a breakdown. But Tamar also suffered trauma when she was young. And when they did that Ayana Fix My Life thing, I don't think that was part of the show. And it came out. And she was really acting out on that show as well, because I think a family secret had gotten out on Iyanla Fix My Life, that she didn't want to get out. And she always have been like an aggressive person, but it could be from her trauma, you know? It could be from her trauma that she suffered. If you don't deal with it and you don't get therapy and you don't seek the professional help you need, then a lot of times you continue to live in that trauma throughout your whole life because you haven't dealt with those issues and you act out. And she acts out a lot. She has a real narcissistic behavior, but she also have that, yeah, that's part of being a narcissist. She wants that attention. All eyes got to be on Tamar, you know, and I give it to her. She got a beautiful voice. She has an ugly attitude. She has a real bad attitude, but it could come from the things she has gone through in life, you know? So I don't know. That's just puzzling me what's going on with her. And then we want to keep an eye on Tiffany Haddish. Because remember, what's her name? The Mickey Mouse girl. She cut her hair. There go my conspiracy theorist right there. She cut her hair, Britney Spears. What happened to her? She started going crazy. And then she was humiliated. So I think it's acts of humiliated as part of a ritual. Or when they decide they don't want to act accordingly to what the puppet master wants them to act, and according to that, they don't want to fulfill that contract. I believe that's part of their ritual. I do. Am I the only one that believe in conspiracy theories? Am I the only one that believe that? Because you got to look at those women and they all cut their hair and they all going crazy. They all having mental breakdowns. And then someone is taking over them. Someone is, you know, in most cases, other people are given some type of guardianship over them after that happens to them. So I see this guy, back to Tamar, I see this guy done filed papers on a restrainer order. And I didn't get into details what it was, so I got to go back and look at it. But it's strange he's filing a restraining order. Filing a restraining order against her. So she's acting out. And I guess she was kind of physically abusive towards him. But then I see this guy, and this is the craziest thing. I see this guy, and this guy he has her son with him. Her son with him. Now, people may not see anything wrong with that, and I really can't say anything wrong, but it's strange. Was this guy sent? I know, here I go. Was this guy sent to Tamar? You know, possibly to destroy her? I don't know. You guys, I don't know. I just said, I just see something wrong. Her need for attention has always been a red flag for me. Yeah, exclusively me, that's true. Hey, Miss T. Hey, Melissa King. Hey, Miss Pizarro. I just think it's strange. It was strange. See, Brianna, thank you, Bri. I don't want to think that I'm getting up here thinking I'm crazy, but it was strange because it happened to Britney Spears. It happened to it's happening to her. What's that other and I'm watching that girl Tiffany Haddish, but who else cut all their hair off and then after that they went kind of crazy? Come on, it's a couple of entertainers. Or if they spoke out against Bama's dentures, if they spoke out against the entertainment industry, all of a sudden sugary honey iced tea start happening to them. Oh, okay. So the producer said Tamar punched the guy in his throat while he was driving and recorded it and sent the recording to his family, equal restrainer. Okay, so she may have done that, but I still think something going on because, like I told you, she went over there. They cut their hair and go a little loony, don't they, Lady Nika? I'm not crazy, but I don't want to think that I'm the only one saying something ain't right. I just want to keep an eye on Tiffany Haddish because she done had that midlife crisis change or whatever change. And think about it. Tiffany Haddish was, if I correct me if I'm wrong, because you guys probably know better than I, she was almost at her peak, or she was doing quite well in the entertainment industry. Wasn't she doing well? Wasn't she doing well, you guys? Yes, Ultra MK. I don't think they ready for the convo. All eyes on me, on Miss. Yeah, they might. It is mind control. I believe that. You know what? We don't know what these people are doing to us. So I don't put anything past them. Even with this, I'm gonna say potato chip. You know what I mean? And this Vaseline. You know what I mean? This some weird stuff. It's just weird how this came about. And now everybody has to wear Vaseline, or they can't get into places. They can't do anything. They can't work. They can't go to church. They can't travel. It's some weird stuff just happening in this world. And we just need to pay attention. But here's the thing that really bothers me the most is we have no control over it. Even with the Vaseline and the potato chips, you know what I'm talking about. We have no control over it. It's my control. I believe it. And so I was thinking, so we gonna stay on Tamar, but I'm gonna drop the link if Pizarro or somebody want to come on, just come on. If you want to talk about it. I'm glad that you guys assured me that I'm not crazy though, because my kids don't like it when I talk Vaseline. Think about it. They want all of us to have Vaseline. Think about it, Bree, and potato chips. Just catch it, Bree. Catch it. Hope you feeling better, Lady Nika. I heard that your mouth was bothering you again, baby. Hope you feeling better. Yeah, the rabbit hole goes deep. Come on now, all the rabbit hole goes deep. And I know my kids sometimes say, "Oh, okay, mom. Okay, mom." But no, it's true. Is a strong possibility that these people control you. It is a strong possibility when you don't do what they want you to do, that they will do what they have to do. And I think it's just the first step is for women is balding the head. They go shave off all your head, because you got to remember, for most women, your hair is one of your greatest assets. And that's even in the Bible. That's your strength. Like Goliath, his strength was in his hair, right? Samson and Goliath, right? But is one of your greatest assets. So women struggle when they want to cut their hair off. Think about it. Even sometimes when we lose our edges. Now, and I'm not trying to be funny, but right now I just took my hair out to braids last week, and I could see where my edges are going, and I'm like freaking, you know. So your hair is one of your greatest assets. So when you cut all your hair off, you're going through some type of change, I believe. She was at the top of her game, and now she got with Common. She cut her hair off, Melissa, and let's see what happens from there. Okay. Thank you, Lady Nika. They said she was at the top of her game. Just let's see what happens from there. Now, do I believe when all these entertainers, family members die or something happen, no, I don't believe everybody was sacrificed, but I do believe a good portion of it. Yeah. Give it a couple of weeks, then edges come back. Thank you, Brick, because they were gone. I was freaking when I took those braids out. Thank you. Relinquish your strength by cutting your hair. I know you right. Okay. All right. I do believe it's a ritual, though, you guys. I do. Why all eyes on me? I don't know. I'm trying to follow the conversation. It's like the movie Get Out. I never did see that movie, but perhaps I need to watch it. But I do believe that it's some flaky stuff going on with us. Just regular people with control. And then is some flaky stuff going on in the entertainment business. We got a lot of demons and devils running around here. Devils and demons. But I tell you one thing too. I was speaking with my, I think it was Queen or my kids, someone the other day, and I was saying, now remember, we have to take the flu shots, and now they want us to take this Vaseline. You know, everybody is going to have Vaseline. Catch it, Bree. Catch it when I say they want everybody to have the Vaseline, right? Now, I thought about it. When you, sometimes it depends on what type of, when they put, say for instance, when they give you a flu shot, they give you the TB, they are injecting something into you, dermal, you know, into your epidermis or your dermis, so your skin, they putting something in you. Now, remember, liquids can always solidify. And I'm telling you, my mind just goes crazy with this. So we don't really know when we are taking and putting this Vaseline on us, are they implanting, you know, putting some type of potato chips in our food too? You know what I'm trying to say? Because if you want all of us to use this Vaseline, to get this Vaseline, so hopefully you're not injecting anything into us that will turn into a potato chip. You got it, Bree? If you still here? Yes, we are talking about conspiracies, and I love it. Hello, everyone who's coming into the room. I don't always see you because the chat move up and I don't see you, but thanks for joining me. So this is just a night of conspiracy, or ask me questions or do whatever you want. It was just going to be an open panel, but that thing I was trying to get with Miss Pizarro, to see, because I know she's into this, and the BBK is as well into this conspiracy. I think something's going on with Tamar, and I think we will see the same with Nick Cannon and Tiffany Haddish as well. Those are the three people, and I think what they trying to do, because Joe Budden said what he said, I think they are going to humiliate him. Now look what's happening to Joe Budden. Now all these things is coming out about Sin and his past relationship and the dog fighting and all. See, I think they want to humiliate him now because he spoke up for himself. And you can't go against the grain. Look what happened to Erykah Badu. Good one. Erykah Badu was another one. What happened to her? Just all of a sudden she got out here. We don't see her anymore. So it's some weird stuff, man. I really believe in, and I think something is just going on. And unfortunately, back to this, we won't have control over. I have to. It's mandated that I wear Vaseline. It's mandated. Yep. Else I can't work in the medical profession. You can't work unless you get, you know, that jar of Vaseline. And I'm like, oh hell no. But what am I gonna do as part of my job? So they're gonna make sure. I did drop the link. I did, baby. I dropped it twice. I'll do it again. So I'm gonna see what happens. But I was talking against it. And then another thing too, y'all gotta catch the hint. This C19, I have to let them dig in my nose every week. If nothing's wrong with me, why the hell do you have to dig in my nose every week? And it's mandated. And if I don't, then I don't work. Yep. If I don't, then I don't work. Let me read some of these comments. You guys, I dropped the link. I hope it's working. You're welcome to come up here and we could talk about, you know, we just probably have to do some code talking around here. Else tomorrow I might wake up and not have no channel, child. You know, they keep an eye on us because we're waking up. Because we are waking up and seeing what's going on. You know, even with the politicians, you guys keep an eye on them too. Ain't none of their hands clean. I'm going to tell you. With these little kids, where are all our missing children? Where are all our missing children? Nobody knows. We never heard about those children, and I could be wrong. I know BBK, you know a little bit about what happened to all those girls that was in the Queen's. I'm talking about the Queen O, the school when they had all those missing girls from over in, where was it at? Was it Nigeria? We never heard any more about them. They get very little publicity. Oh, read your last comment. Sorry, baby. Will do. I know you can't come up because your mouth. I'm going back up there, Lady Nika. Miss T, watch Get Out and trust I'll be here for the live because a lot will come full circle. Yeah, I heard that. Okay. I promise you, I will watch that and then we could talk about it. I think so I spoke one time, I was speaking with my doctor. Him and we are pretty cool. He's an African American brother. And I asked him, I said, how do you think, hold on, I'm going to let somebody on. Hi, hello?
Yes.
That's you,
Hi.
baby?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Hi.
Hi. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thanks for asking. Thanks for joining me.
Oh, no problem. Um.
Hold on. Hold
Okay.
on for
Oh,
1 minute. All eyes on me. So I asked him, I said, well, how do you think that the Simpsons predict all this stuff and it comes true? You know, their predictions are basically like 98.9%, or we hovering maybe around 80 to 90 some percent. I wonder how. He said because what he believes, and it made sense, that what they do is they start feeding us stuff. They start feeding us certain things that they're going to implement eventually into our lives, into, the real world. So those people start feeding it to us, so we become desensitized. And I was like, damn, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, go ahead. All eyes on me. Go ahead, baby.
no, I just wanted to say, like, I know with the music industry, like, it's different levels um to different levels that they have to go up or whatever. And so when they do sign a contract, they do have to sign the contract, their name and information in blood or whatever. When they make their music or whatever, if I don't know if you guys heard of John Todd, because he speaks a lot on that. And remember, I don't know if you remember, but they were after him, and he was never found or whatever, when they was like trying to lock them up and everything or whatever. But when they get to a certain level or they sign a contract, no, they can't get out of it or whatever. They do have to do like sacrifices, like to depending on the level you going up. If you get new movies, reality shows or whatever you're trying to get into, or putting out a new album or whatever, because of course we know that they have to pay for all of that the prizes or whatever gifts they get or whatever. They also, when they make their records, it has to be played, they play it backwards and do witchcraft on it. So that's why a lot of, how they say music is powerful and this and that. And a lot of times music, whatever, if kids listen to certain things and make them want to, and not just kids, go out and kill somebody or harm somebody or whatever, too, or whatever. And when they get uh the haircuts or whatever, like for the
Mm-hmm.
women, and the men, theirs be dyed or whatever. That's, they be going through that MK Ultra or whatever, because it's something that
Oh.
they might not want to do, that the industry is having them to do or want them to do. And so basically, when they don't do that, even like the men, they either lock them up or whatever, or they expose something, blackmail them or whatever. They basically, like when they do go to those parties or whatever, they do have like a lot of drugs out on a platter. I mean, you can research that, like with Nell Carter on Give Me a Break too, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She
Mm-hmm.
speaks, because a lot of the celebrities speaks on that type of stuff when they want to get out of it or whatever.
Yep.
Basically, they will like get them high or whatever, that they
Ri-
will be so high or whatever,
Right.
to where they end up, maybe a man will be in a bed with another man or
Yep.
something. They will
That.
take pictures, this and that.
Yep.
So when it comes to something where they feel like they don't want to, follow what the music people in the music industry is telling them to do, then they expose that, put it out or whatever.
Yep. They
If they
said it.
come to, go ahead.
They say they did Rick Ross like that.
Mm-hmm.
They sure
Yeah,
did.
Little
Remember?
Wayne and Baby. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
And then basically too, if say that like when they give them the millions and all of that stuff in them houses or whatever, that's why the celebrities, they always buy the mansions, houses, and spend their money on cars and stuff, because they can't spend it on really anything else. If you notice, I mean, like
Oh,
we should have like still like another Black Wall Street or whatever. They can't really help their family members or stuff like that. That was one reason why Oprah had to go to another country and Jay-Z them to open school or, fix the water line, over in Africa, whatever they went. But then too, remember those girls got molested in the school. So they deal with pedophilia and everything. It's just, yeah, they just real dirty. They
yeah,
do
I
a lot
believe
of
that.
evil stuff with the
I'm so.
women.
Mm-hmm.
They have to drink another woman's period blood or whatever,
Oh,
and it's
Jesus.
something with the blood that it makes them like, I guess whatever they try to channel into, it's supposed to make them like younger or something like that. And like they try to target the younger crowd, the younger generations, because they are our future. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't want
Mm-hmm.
it to be no Malcolm X or Martin Luther Kings or nothing like that, or doctors, lawyers, and all of this stuff. So that's why these kids is on a lot of drugs and everything from the music that they listening to or whatever.
Uh-huh.
And like when I
Uh-huh.
was little, I used to wonder why you hear older people say like they don't want people singing, they kids or whatever, singing secular music. They you're supposed to save your voice for God, and I never stood that. But when I got older, even when I seen Color Purple, with the situation with the lady and her father, I still didn't really understand why or whatever, because I really didn't start tapping into this stuff until '06 of the 2006, paying attention to a lot of stuff and different signs and handshakes and symbols and stuff like that they would do or whatever. Basically, they do that to let whoever's in the room know, okay, like I'm a brother, a mason or whatever. I'm down with this or whatever. So just different stuff like that. But yeah, it's very demonic.
Okay, while you up here, all eyes on me.
Hmm.
Then think about it as this world is evolving in the entertainment business. Um, think about how this demon time just popped up.
Hmm.
Now everything is on demon time, and I'm like, demon time. See, I think when you start messing with demons and devils and dabbling,
Hmm.
and you putting that stuff in the universe, I
Hmm.
really do. When you start talking about them so much and making this okay, I'm on demon time and all
Hmm.
this crazy stuff. And then remember, Tamar had a oh, y'all help me out. She had a song, and it was something about demons. Do anybody remember that they followed Tamar? Anybody follow Tamar that would know? Hold on.
Okay.
She had a song about something versus demons. Hey, is that you, baby?
Yes.
Uh-oh. All right. There you go. Yeah, she had a song about something and demons. So I don't know. I just believe that it's time for these people to pay up. What's up, Miss Pizarro? Miss
Hi,
Pizarro?
Miss T. How all eyes
Hey,
on me?
baby.
Hey, Miss Pizarro.
How
Hey.
y'all doing?
Oh, good.
I'm doing well. Thanks, baby.
Oh, y'all on my subject.
Yeah, I
Okay.
told you I wanted to talk about this Tamar thing been bugging me, you guys, and Tiffany Haddish. Watching those women recently, this is bugging me. Not so much as bugging me. I'm just seeing like a repeat of the same thing some other entertainers did and how they ended up. So, but I think we all in here are on the same page, and I
And one
think that. Go ahead.
oh no, I was gonna say one more thing. If
Go
you
ahead.
research uh what's his name, with the uh drunk champs, uh um Omega, um I can't think of the other name that goes with his name. The one, y'all know the show, drunk champs.
I don't watch TV like that, baby. Maybe Pizarro know. You know
Okay, so
Drunk Champs?
Uh-uh.
Me
um
either.
okay, he's a celebrity or whatever. So he got that podcast. I'll think of his name in a minute. But he
It's
was
called
saying
Angels and Demons.
Thank
he
you, baby. Go
he
ahead.
he was
Thank you,
saying
Nika.
that it's three doors that you can go through. So he was saying basically, you know how they say like all the rappers or whatever is gay or whatever. They were saying that's not true. They were saying he was saying like basically you have the door to the left. I guess would be like a sacrifice. He said you got the door in the middle where you just go straight. Basically, you just
Is
on
it
your own.
Nori?
Yeah, yes, Noriega. Yeah. And so he said that
Thank
the
you,
door
Miss
on
Goody Two Shoes.
he said the door on the right is where basically it might be with the gay stuff, parties and stuff like that. He said
Mm-hmm.
he don't know about the other two doors, but he chose to go straight, basically on his own, to where um they pretty much can like take everything from you and you just gotta tap in and try to build whatever you can to, basically kind of stay up on the level that you are or whatever, to survive or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
he did mention that too, when he was talking about, you know, the stuff people were saying about the industry and all of that stuff or whatever too. And then they also have to sacrifice somebody close to them. It could be a friend, that's in the industry or the movie, when they make the movies or whatever, or TV shows or whatever they're close to.
Uh-huh.
Most of the times it be their mom or dad. Cause I mean,
I, I
I used to
you
always think like, why most of the celebrities, every time you turn around, their parents are dead, but I didn't know nothing then. You know what I'm saying? It was just weird or whatever, and or it could be their child or whatever, or they can just sacrifice the child. They could use them for sex trafficking and stuff like that
yeah.
or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a lot of stuff that goes on with them or whatever, that once they sign a contract they really don't have control over
Have
nothing.
control over their life.
Yeah,
Go
and
ahead,
it
Miss.
is either
Oh,
that or death. So you can go ahead, Miss Pizarro.
go ahead, baby. Pizarro.
Oh, I was letting her finish because she was giving some good insight.
She was. She was. She was. Wow, this is crazy. But if you just think about it, go ahead, Pizarro. These missing kids and they part of this sacrifice or this ritual, this
Hmm.
pedophilia that now they trying to get into law that it'll be all these letters plus pedophilia. What kind of junk is that?
Yeah.
Go
Well,
ahead, Pizarro.
a lot of people don't really. Well, I'll say a lot of people can't wrap their minds around it because a lot of people
Yeah.
feel, why would someone do some nasty, disgusting, vile stuff like that? But I think that what they don't realize is, or try to wrap their mind around, is that when you want that fame and you want that money and you want to keep going higher up in the industry, you would do any and everything that you can so that you can stay in the higher ups.
In the
And if
upper
that has to
echelon.
be drinking blood, drinking
Mm.
children blood, molesting children, because keep in mind, they're not selling their soul just for material things. The material
Right.
things is just part of it. They're selling their soul to Lucifer. And if you don't know who Lucifer is, then I'm pretty sure a lot of people will be like, oh no, they're not going to do no stuff like that.
I believe
But
it.
Satan wants you to do everything that God does not want us to do. And this is why I feel like a lot of people doesn't know what adrenochrome is, or doesn't search it up and look it up, or doesn't look at the movies that they put this substance in and not realize what it is. The only way you can get adrenochrome is that a child has to be tortured through their third eye, through their pineal gland.
Penal glands. Yep. Go
It's the
ahead.
pineal gland. It,
Go
it,
ahead.
it is the substance that we as human beings produce when we're at the brink of fear and death. That's what our mind and our body does before we pass out. They like that high. It's the most highest substance that you can get. It's more higher than crack, heroin, and any other
Oh
drug
wow.
we on this earth.
Mm.
And these people likes it and they feed off of it.
I believe that. I just
And
threw.
then it not only does that, Miss T, but also they believe that it makes them younger, which we do see that with a lot of stars. A lot of them is in their 50s and 60s and 70s and 80s, but they still look young. Why you
Mm.
think is that? Like with the Sandra Bullock, she did an
She,
interview with Ella. Remember that episode? I don't know if a lot of y'all remember that episode that she did with Ella, and she tried to downplay what she does for her skin because Ella wanted to know. Well, she didn't want to know, but Ella's job is to play the people's advocate. So,
mm-hmm.
she's asking her these questions thinking that this is what the audience want or the regular human beings want. So they asking her what is her skin routine because her skin is so smooth and she looks so
Mm-hmm.
young.
I
She
So
looks
she
remember
young.
that.
tried to downplay it and make it seem like, she goes to another country and they chops off baby penises and
Oh,
they use the skin that they chop off the baby skin and
the
they put it
grafting.
in her face.
They graft
Mm-hmm.
her.
Yep.
Oh hell,
Hmm.
now I
And
don't know.
some of the
Now,
babies had black eyes, and they was like months, babies in their months.
oh my gosh, well, you guys, I didn't even know it was this. I mean, I know it was deep, but I
They
mean,
call it panda eyes. They call it panda eyes. It's a video. I found a video from another country where they exposed this. But keep in mind, it was not put in the mainstream media. It was not even put in the mainstream media over there where they live at. But one of the news station that was from another country just told it, and they showed the baby that they did end up rescuing. He was
Mm-hmm.
a little baby, y'all. He was about 6 months years old, and he had those black things around his eyes. It looked like he been beaten, but he wasn't beaten. You can tell he wasn't beaten because the way that the black eyes form. But with the panda eyes, it's a different type of form from the black eyes. And he had the panda eyes. And they had celebrities that was up there, and he named a few celebrities that indulge in
oh,
the suffering of this little baby because they needs to get high. He's very strong. I would give him that because for him to still be able to fight for his life at 6 months and still try to live, even though they tortured him to death and drained his blood, he still managed to hold on until they was able to rescue him from these people. I have to
mm.
Oprah
find
was
that
one
video
of
so
them.
I can share it for y'all so y'all could go and see.
And
I
you know
literally
what?
have to find that video.
And I believe because we hold these people to high regards, like some of these celebrities, like our queens, Oprah and couple, we don't want to believe that they end this. We really don't because we hold them at high regards and we just can't see it. But I truly believe that there's level, even in life and just in general, you guys, when you at work, when you are climbing the ladder of success in work, especially for African American peoples, I'm just for black people, they only gonna let us get at a certain level. They only gonna let us get at a certain level until we do something. And I'm not saying that we have to make a sacrifice, but it's real, y'all. It's real everywhere, and I believe it. And I believe a lot of people are now getting exposed, and that's why you guys we having so many distractions. This is why they gotta
Yes, so
control
many
us because
distractions.
people are seeing it now. So now they want to make sure that they pull the reins in and control us even more. That's what I
Hmm.
believe. That's where the potato chips and Vaseline and all this stuff that we gotta have in order to just maintain regular life in this world now. That's where that comes in at.
Yeah, but like you said, a lot of people have been conditioned to worship folks and to really like folks, so they're not gonna believe that they fave indulge in these type of things.
You right.
Oprah is the main one that indulges in these type of things. She wasn't almost worth $50 billion back then when we was younger for nothing, and then all of a sudden she's down and she's only worth $3 billion. It's the reason why it happened like that. It's the reason why she was kicked out of Africa, and when she opened up the all girls school in Africa for little girls and claimed it was for education. It's the reason why Bill Gates and the Bill Gates Foundation was kicked out of the countries of India, Australia, Africa, and many other, even China. They were kicked out from over there for a reason. It is the reason why these people were kicked out. If you don't do deep research on it, then you will never know these things, and you will question what people are telling you when it comes to these people. Because keep in mind, when it comes to them, you guys don't question the things that they do, but you'll question other folks who is putting it out to y'all and letting y'all know this is what these people do. In order for you to be in the higher ups, in order for you to be close to becoming 100 millionaire, you got to do what you got to do. I like Nicki Minaj, but even I know Nicki Minaj is in the business. Even I know that Nicki Minaj and that pregnancy is a whole other story that a lot of them ain't even want to touch on. Ain't gonna want me to touch on. Just like the whole situation with the Megan and Cardi B. That's a whole ritual that they did in that video, and nobody paid attention to it
Woo!
because of the sexual content they used in it.
Miss Pizarro.
When you don't see above the stuff that is being put in front of you to blind you, then you would never take those blinders off and you would keep going along with all these things. It's the reason why they're making stuff that's bad seem good and good seem bad. The Book of Enoch already speaks to this, already talked about this, already said this, already said that God knew all this was going to happen and let him and show him that all this was going to happen. And our new time, we are in gold and clay. This is our new time for the new world that was come when he told Enoch about it. There's a new world that's going to come, and they're going to be possessed of material things because we don't know of these material things. We just look at these material things as something that we need because guess what? From birth, we're being taught this. We're being told this. From birth, we've been a slave. From birth, I got to sit here. My mama got to sit here and do a whole freaking birth certificate. I am a member to the corporation of America. This isn't America for the people. This is America of the corporation. You don't run anything. You don't do anything because your lives has been put in the hands of few little that are rich. And it's taking a lot of Americans now, just due to the pandemic and the stimulus check, it has finally woken a lot of Americans to see that they have been played by both the Democrats and the Republicans, that they have finally seen that the conspiracists wasn't telling them a lie when there's only the 1%ers that actually control everything that goes on in their government and everything that goes on in their everyday lives. They seeing it now because they putting it in your face for you to see it.
Wow.
You think
I
that
agree.
it's the reason why they doing this back and forth thing with the stimulus check? They know what they doing with that stimulus check. They want your reaction. They want to see if you're gonna stand up to your government or is you gonna keep letting them take advantage. Because as long as you keep letting them take advantage, they're gonna keep taking advantage until you fight for what you stand up. But keep in mind, that's not gonna happen until they roll over into the new world order, which is the technology, which is the mark of the beast, which is you can't buy or sell or get anything unless you have the mark of the beast on your forehead or your head. A lot of people keep thinking that's a joke. It's not a joke. We
I
see
don't
it
think
now.
it's a joke.
They building robots. You already got the Tesla cars that self
Mm-hmm.
drive itself. These people not playing. You
Preach,
may not want to
preach,
be. I feel
sister.
like people don't want to be hit with that reality because they don't want to come to the conclusion that they're gonna have to answer to God for their sins, and then they know that the devil is actually being influencing things that's been going on behind the scenes. And in the industry, they are very heavy. It's not just the industry; it's in your government officials, the whole White House. It's all around the world. They are heavy connected. Trust and believe. Don't just think it's United States, and please don't think it's just black folks.
Oh no.
Black folks is just there for the surface, just like with Britney Spears and Miley Cyrus. They are there for just for the distraction. They're not the ones that's running the things like the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds.
Hello.
Some of y'all probably don't even know because I didn't even know this. There were three richest men that was also richer than the Rothschilds, the Morgans, J.P. Morgan's family, and the Rockefellers. And the Rothschilds, I mean. It was three powerful men back in those days when the Titanic sunk. I have to find that video for y'all too, because when I was doing my research, I happened so read one of the comments and they said, but also go look up one of the men name. I cannot think of his name, but he also was a billionaire himself. It was him and two other men. These three men did not like the system that is created for us today. They did not like the Federal Reserve. They didn't even vote on the Federal Reserve. They told them no. They told the Rockefellers and the Rothschilds and the Morgans, no. I'm not finna take advantage of these people like that by introducing them the Federal Reserve and making them become our slaves. They told them no, and they couldn't do anything about it because they knew that these three men was richer than every last one of them. put together, these three men was richer than them. But guess what? When the Titanic got built, these three men decided to take a
Love
trip
you.
on the Titanic, and the
Love you.
Titanic sunk, and these three men on the Titanic died on that boat. Now tell me if that's
Oh,
not a
talk
coincidence
to
or
you
what.
later. Love you. Oops, sorry.
Well, now
But you,
it's not
well,
just the Rockefeller and Rothschild. It's a 13 family thing. If you look it up, the Clintons is in there,
And
Bushes,
they
and
all
there's other names.
connected.
hmm And
mm,
with the Rothschild, he had like I think it was like four sons or something. And he sent them to like four regents or whatever, over the banks or whatever. Well, one of them didn't want to go along with it, the one they sent to New York. He didn't agree with that or whatever. Somehow he mysteriously came up dead and missing, but you can't find too much out there on him. But he was one of the kids that didn't want to go along with what their father wanted them to do also.
I tell you this, you
And
guys.
then Miss
I
T, they
think.
do need
Oh,
to do research on Biden. I don't know why they think Joe Biden is here to help them. It's like you choosing from Satan to Lucifer.
hmm
Trump is Satan and Joe is Lucifer. You have to choose from the less worst. They ain't even. They not against each other neither. I don't know why people think they really hate each other. Just like Nancy and Trump don't hate each other neither, because we don't see what they have going on behind the scenes. Do you notice that? We don't know what goes on behind the scenes. We only see what they tell us from the forefront. And when they in the forefront to us, they make it seem like they hate each other and they don't like each other. But yet you have seen all these people partying with each other at Jeffrey Epstein's parties and stuff.
yep,
Joe
yep,
Button has plenty of videos on him, the way he molested and touched on little girls and stuff and little
yeah.
boys
All of
on
them.
TV. On
All
TV.
of. You know, he just got in trouble
So he ain't
recently.
no saint.
No, ain't none of them no saint. And here's the deal. I, here's the deal, you guys. The distraction is so real, but it's 2020, and 2020 is a perfect vision. You know that, right? So, and I think we just seeing it, and it's like revelation. We just getting, now I believe that the demons are running wild. I do believe that. And we're just seeing it everywhere. And now we having big distractions. Because, see, we never finish hearing about Harvey Weinstein, Jeffrey Epstein, how we never finish hearing about that, because all of a sudden they brought in this C-19. When C-19 came in, then everybody stopped, the focus was gone. So when these people supposed to go to trials, we don't even hear about it. It's not even publicized. It gets little TV time because they try to distract us with all this other stuff.
And you're right,
And
because
then
they
they do
have
that
the
with, remember, with R. Kelly. Now we got a lot of a lot of media from R. Kelly,
Mm.
a lot of media on R. Kelly,
Oh
but
yeah,
yet we see
absolutely.
little to none media talk on Weinstein. Why was
Oh
that?
no, no, no,
and
because
also
he's with
they
the
have a
boys.
trial that's about to start with Hillary with the Pizzagate. So that's another thing
Well, we
that
won't. That won't
they
happen.
trying to block out. You know what I'm saying? Trying to cause a distraction on that also.
Yeah, that won't
Yeah, and
happen.
I also need people to understand that Quam, the Q movement, that is the Quam is not, it's not for us. The Quam really have a lot of people duped, along with President Trump. He's try his hardest to get into the conspiracy community. And no, we don't accept him in our community. And people that's following that Q movement, they are the ops. Okay, do not trust them at all. It's good that they do give out certain information, but my thing is, you're not taking you is not taken seriously as an organization that claims to be exposing your own government officials, when you're okay with one of the government officials, which is your president, and praising him and making it seem like, oh well, he's part of us and he's one of us and he believes in the conspiracy. Keep in mind, there is ops that's in the conspiracy that also could lead you astray. That doesn't mean that they're giving you the correct information, and that doesn't mean that they're doing it for y'all good. That just means that they're just trying to see how you're going to react, because everything is part of an experiment. You was an experiment that your government conducted on you. This is why your government didn't do anything, the FDA didn't do anything to, Mustano, when they found out that they was actually feeding us and giving us poison through the glyphosate. You know what I'm saying? People getting the hypochlorama, whatever that cancer called. People getting these real bad skin diseases and stuff from spraying this stuff. Keep in mind, this is what they use for our crops, for the pesticides.
You know what? Let me stop you there. Hold on. You know, it's the strangest thing, Pizarro. I believe that a lot of cancer is coming from, of course, I know the foods we eating, but I always thought years ago, if you really think about it, Caucasians, and somebody correct me if they wrong, if you know, but years ago, Caucasians used to be known for getting cancer, right? Black people probably was diabetes and high blood pressure, right? Now all of a sudden, everybody's just getting this cancer and it's uncontrollable. And I always thought that it was pesticides and stuff like that that was put in the foods and put on the foods from years ago, when they used to, because they used to be the ones who really was eating really healthy. Think about it. Remember, they were really, really eating healthy. And now all of a sudden, a lot of us are beginning to eat different foods and they putting different things in our food. I really do believe that's a lot of what's causing all these cancers.
Well,
But
the
keep in
white
mind,
people
there
was
is the
always
natural pesticides. That is those. But
the white.
I have learned and discovered that a lot of people who do grow their own food, they use marijuana to grow their food with. So, because for some reason they found out that the pesticides hate the smell of the marijuana, and no one ever questions
Really?
your pesticides is always in everything that you grow. But the only plant that you never see the pesticides in is the marijuana plant.
I don't know about the pesticide really causing like more of the cancer. More of the cancer is coming from sugar. If you research,
Oh
we
yeah.
don't have the natural sugar here no more. Everything is like fructose and all that. It's like
Mm-hmm.
30
Everything is
some different,
GMO. That's
it's
what I was
like
trying to
it's
tell
like
y'all. It's
36
GMO.
different types of sugar. And sugar is, if you research it, sugar is more addictive than crack. They have sugar in
Yeah.
everything that we buy or whatever. So that's the biggest thing that's causing people to get cancer and diabetes is this man-made sugar that they have
I
over there.
know. Tell me
They
about
take
it.
out the minerals
And it's
in our
very
soils.
addictive.
So
It is. I'm a
we
sugar
don't even
addict.
get like the vitamins and
Me
minerals that we
too.
need. Like you can't eat like 300 bananas in one day. So you got to take like vitamins and herbs, to get your daily dose of that or whatever. Also, whatever. Another thing on that Einstein, if you research, Trump was back in the day when they was younger, he was
Oh yeah.
real good friends with them, partying
Oh
with them
yeah.
with the
Everybody
little
was. A
girls
lot
they
of
was getting
people.
into. But Trump want to act like
Mm-hmm.
he's for taking the pedophiles down or whatever. But he was right there with them.
No, they all
And,
together.
mm-hmm,
They
mm-hmm.
all together.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
Another
y'all know
thing
how the Trump
I
supporter
wanted to
is. But
mention.
he banned him, and he banned Jeffrey Epstein, and
No.
he stopped
No.
hanging with him. And once he found, no, he did not stop hanging with him
Mm-hmm,
once he found out.
No, they
mm-hmm,
want
Y'all
us to
forgot
think.
the stuff that Trump said out his own mouth
mm-hmm,
regarding little girls and stuff, and what he said about his own daughter.
mm-hmm.
When I tell you that
Yeah.
these people be brainwashing the mess out of these people, it just baffles me that so many people like really for the blue or for the left. I'm like, when is y'all gonna realize the blue and the left don't care nothing about y'all and they care about their donors? They don't care nothing about y'all. Like,
Yeah. Let
it's
me
the
ask you
truth.
something. So it's just sometimes tough because unfortunately, you guys, I think we lose control of stuff, and I do believe that at one point these people are just really taking over. But anywho, I didn't mean to go this deep, because I don't want them mucking with my channel, that. But Pizarro,
right?
you deep, baby. I don't know why you deep. You done dropped some gems here, and you went, you just took over, and you had some knowledge, Pizarro. I really, I was only you really dropped that, Pizarro.
Yeah,
You
Miss
really.
T, I've been doing the research for
Well,
like
I
years
didn't
on
know
it.
like that, but and the
Yes,
reason
it's
why.
so much. It is so much.
It is a lot. It is a lot. But I think I just start. I really was just talking about, but you had so much. You came with so much a wealth of information, and you right. And like I said, I know you done blew some of our minds. But I do want to say, I mean, I'm here for the conversation. Don't get me wrong. I ain't going nowhere. I'm here
Hmm.
for the conversation. But I was just really was focusing on Tamar and what was going on with her and this entertainment world and how they making sure that we keep being blinded by all this entertainment and this music going in our minds, these words that we're dancing to and we partying to is really words that's being infiltrated in our minds to mind control us.
But she's part of it.
But I'm just
Tamar is
saying the music, and like you said,
the
remember
music
when.
part of it too.
Yeah, remember when we talked about that wops, and I said, man, I really wasn't down with that wops. That
Yeah, and
wops
then
for
a lot of
I,
people was in their
oh
feelings about that, but I don't think they really was getting what I was saying. It's not
oh
necessary
man.
because you know how they do. Well, it's black women, even though Carly B is not black, but you know how they do. And but y'all don't say nothing when it comes to the males when they be making songs, and it's like, who is y'all? Because I calls out all of them, every last one of them. Even Nicki Minaj, what she did with Tinashe 6ix9ine in that video that they had together, that they had just
Oh
did before the WAP.
yeah. Yeah, before the
It's a
wop.
lot of
Yeah.
satanic ritual goes on in that
Oh
video.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This
Yeah.
is why you could barely even know that Nicki Minaj is pregnant.
I didn't
It's a
know,
whole
but
ritual that they do. And Tamar is a part of that whole society, for one, because, her family is heavily involved.
I
Her
think she
family is
wanted to
deeply,
escape it
heavily
though.
involved.
I think she wanted to escape it, and this the problem, though, Pizarro. I really do think that that girl wanted to escape it, and this is her punishment for it. They're gonna snatch
Yeah.
everything from her, and I still believe that no matter what Nick Cannon do, that they're gonna snatch a lot from him too. I don't know if he could come back from that by meeting with the rabbi and doing all that. I think they just on a loose now to pulling the reins on a lot of celebrities.
When they
Well,
I
keep in
can
do.
use
mind, the
them,
devil
when they
knows
can
that he
use
don't
them,
have long,
when
so
they
he has to get everything on the board and get everything moving quickly. We moving into 2021 in heaven. That is a significant year as well as 2020. He knows that time is short. He does not know when God coming, just as well as we don't know when God coming, but he knows, just like we know, that time is short. So he has to do any and everything that he can. Keep in mind, it is not about them, it is about him. And he's going to keep exposing them the way that he is in his own
Yeah.
type of way. But I feel like a lot of this stuff that has been exposed for 2020 was not in his game plan, because a lot of stuff that happened was not supposed to happen the way that it was, as well as the economy bound down to this whole pandemic situation, and then them is not expecting Americans to demand and want respect and getting angry and pissed off. That wasn't supposed to happen until at least like 2022, about 2025, or maybe even 2030, when the humans is supposed to um come to this resolution of wanting to stand up to their government. But since this year, since God already put a bow on that, a lot of people is waking up more quicker and faster than they were. They're starting to see things that they didn't see before. And with Tamar, a lot of people can tell that Tamar is going through a whole MK Ultra incident. It's no different from what happened to Britney Spears. Remember what happened with Britney Spears?
Oh
I
yeah,
think that's
that's
the
why I
same.
said.
And she's a victim, and she is a victim of the child abuse that went on in Hollywood. Because keep in
Yeah,
mind, ever since she was a
yeah.
little girl, her parents sold her
Hey,
into the
butterfly.
industry.
Yeah. And the sad part is, you know what really gets us, and they people know, people always study us because uh a lot of those entertainers, especially black entertainers, are from broken homes. Some, not all, but quite a few, a high percentage are from broken homes. And so they know that they desire to do better for themselves and for their family. So they lure them in, the younger, artists and stuff. They lure them in, and then they sell them this pipe dream. And when they sign on that dotted line, they owe them. They own them. I mean, own them. And it's sad because
Mm-hmm.
we all want to do better. And if given the opportunity, you will go, sometime you'll go for that opportunity if you don't dig deeper. And I think that's what happens. And these one hit wonders and people who has faded away, like these artists and stuff, good artists, I believe they didn't go along with the okey doke,
Yep,
and that's
that's
why
true.
we don't hear from them anymore.
They didn't. They didn't. It's
Mhm.
an artist.
Yeah.
I forgot his name, but he was back in the days when we was growing up in the early '90s and the early 2000s. And I don't remember it. I don't know if y'all remember him, but he called. I mean, he had a
Hey,
song called
Regina.
"Ain't Nothing Wrong."
Hey, Miss
And
Butterfly.
the song was about him and the females, but he also had another song. He was a singer. Come to find out, when I was doing the research on, I don't know who I was doing the research on, but they talked about him and how he spoke about the Illuminati and what all went on in that, and how he said that, it was the choice he had to make. He was like, when you see the fancy cars and you see the girls and you see the big houses, he was like, all of it's a persona. It's fake. It's not real. Your industry,
Mm-hmm.
the label company that you work for puts on an image and gives the image to the audience of what they think is going on, really, that goes on in Hollywood. But he was like, the truth be told, most people that's in Hollywood don't even have money. They're living off of the label money, and the label is fronting the bill, which we done seen that, because we done seen it happen to
Yeah.
Birdman and Lil Wayne. Look what happened with Birdman and Lil Wayne. Got paid $100 million, and Birdman took all the money, even though the money, the $100 million, was really supposed to went to Lil Wayne, because at the time Lil Wayne was on fire. Lil Wayne was bringing the heat. Lil Wayne was making all these records and selling all these records at the time. And then he had even more, Nicki and Drake on his side. So, we know that this goes on in the industry with these label companies, and they do janky stuff. Just like with the WAP video with Cardi B, there, I felt like Megan was very uncomfortable, but she still did it because she
Oh,
knows she
I
has
don't
no
know.
choice, because she too deep.
I
I
think
don't
that
think
girl's
Megan
spiraling
is.
out of control.
I don't think Megan is uncomfortable. I don't know if you guys know that she
She's spiraling
sacrificed
out of
her.
control.
She sacrificed her mother, grandmother, and
Well,
dad in the same month of March
Yeah,
last
we
year.
you
we
know
know
what?
that part.
You know what,
She look
guys?
uncomfortable to me with them snakes. I'll be
But you,
uncomfortable too. I don't give a
you know
care how
what?
much I'm going through a ritual, y'all. I'll be so terrified of them snakes.
But I said this long time ago because I listened to my radio Millie, and I remember one time I put in her chat when I started watching Megan after she had switched over with the management to Jay-Z, and she was going
Hmm.
through that with the other. I started watching her, and I said, "This kid is spiraling out of control. Such a beautiful girl." I said, "You know what? Because if you notice, they feed them a lot of liquor and drugs to keep their mind off of reality." And I thought, dang, she's spiraling out of control. Now all type of sorts of things are happening to Megan in her little career. And Pizarro,
Hmm.
I'm gonna say I'm like you. She's in deep too. I think she's in it now, and there's not much she could do. She's not. But
And then keep in mind, she probably knows that she's too deep, and some of them end up sucking into it and being like, just forget it, and then they love it, because for them, and for a lot of them, and it's another thing too. If you is broken, or if your soul is broken,
that's what
then
Karen Soul's saying. Go
yeah,
ahead.
then if your soul and stuff is broken, then it's easily for the devil to suck you in and make sure you could go along with it. Because, like you said, it was these one hit wonders, and people be like, "Oh, well, what happened to them? They just fell off." No, a lot of them that's in the industry, especially back from our time, the reason why they, you know what I'm saying, it's no longer here in our new time. It's not all of them, because keep in mind, there's some from our old time is still into this time. And that let us know and confirms that yes, they heavily into the industry. They so into the industry. So that is just like Ashanti. None of us ain't hear from Ashanti in years. But
Nope,
now
she
all of a sudden
faded
she
out.
made a song with Megan and The
Oh,
baby and talking
did
about
she?
threesomes and all this other. Yes, and
Oh,
the song was
see?
very nasty and sexual and over the top. I was like, hold up, this is not the
Really?
Ashanti that we knew from back in our days. That's not the Ashanti I know. Like, what is happening? I was very
Really?
taken back. I did not like this song. They remixed her song Baby. That you remember the song Baby, 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 Baby,
Yeah,
Baby.
yeah, yeah.
They remixed that
Really?
song. Yes, Miss T. I was so disappointed in her because I was like, dang, she was like one of the main ones that I was
Damn.
vouching for that wasn't part of the industry. But since she done came out with this new song with her and Megan and the baby, that just confirmed for me too that she done sold into the whole industry thing. But then you have people from the old days, from our time, like I was talking about with that R&B singer. They told him in order for him to get out of the industry, he had to at least sacrifice somebody, or they had to sacrifice him, or
Dang.
he had to give them something in return. So, and for him, he didn't want to sacrifice anybody in his family. He didn't want to sacrifice himself. He just wanted to get out. And the reason why they had him pick and choose like that is because if you're a real good artist, and even though they built you as their artist, and you it's up to you as that artist to end up keeping your audience. And at that time, he was hot. He was popular back then, so it wasn't gonna be easy for them to just get rid of him like that. But the best formula that they can do when it comes to people like him is to make sure they ruin your career and make sure you fall off the face of the
Right,
earth. And that's what they
right.
did to him. They took his eye for a sacrifice for him to be able to get out of the industry. They took his eye from him, and he
Who?
said he no longer. I have to
Oh,
look
go
up
ahead.
his
Go
name
ahead.
because he's an
Sorry.
R&B singer from back in our days, and he was popping. And the only
His
song I
name
can
is
remember is he called
his
"Ain't
name is
Nothing
Houston.
Wrong."
His name is Houston.
There you go, Houston.
Yeah.
That was his name, Houston.
Yep.
Really?
Yes, he was an
Damn.
R&B singer. Everybody loved his voice. He had that song. Ain't nothing wrong when we be getting it, babe. Ain't nothing wrong. So I
Okay.
was so shocked when I found that out, Miss T. I was like, what?
I'm
And when
laughing.
you see him, you can't even notice him no more. You don't even know he looked like a straight up
Yeah,
bum.
he's
You
a
don't
he's
even notice him
mhm.
anymore. But they took his eye. They literally took
Mhm.
his eye. He told the story. They took his eye and
Dang.
everything.
Well,
And
when
you
They
they
know,
said it's
when you in
dangerous.
the industry, as long as they can use you for something, even if you're
right.
dealing with pedophilia, whatever it is, they're gonna let you get away with it. When they're
Oh,
done using you, they can't use you no more. That's when everything comes back on you. That was the same for Michael Jackson, Prince, Whitney, and all of them.
what do you think?
Ashanti, she been in the game because that's why she left Murder Inc. because she was their sacrifice. So Nelly got her out of that because he knew
Oh,
what they were trying to do or whatever. So that's how she got from the Murder Inc. thing or whatever. Because what's his name?
I've got it. Tried
Yeah,
to
he was.
sacrifice
Yeah,
her. She
yeah,
said
he
it,
was.
but
Mm-hmm.
that
Yep.
didn't
who?
stop nothing.
Irv
I've
got it.
got it.
Mm-hmm.
I've got it.
I don't know
Irv. It's
those
Irv
people.
got it.
Oh,
Irv got it.
Irv
Yeah.
Gotti.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I was like, I don't know. No, I got it.
Yeah.
Oh, Irv Gotti. Yeah. Sorry,
And then
Pizarro.
with Nick
I was.
Cannon,
Oh, it's fine because I had to call them a whole nother name.
with Nick
That's why I was
Cannon,
like, who? I got him.
with
Oh,
Nick
Irv Gotti.
I
You
don't
my
see how
baby.
nobody seen that it was coming for Nick Cannon because I was waiting to wait for it to happen because
I
if they didn't
didn't.
let Nipsey do Dr. Sabi's documentary, they wasn't
Oh,
going to let Nick Cannon do it
oh,
either. That's the reason why Nick Cannon got took
oh,
down
all eyes
because
on me.
he was trying to do
Bingo.
that documentary. So that's why all of this
Mm-hmm.
done blew up
Oh,
for him.
shucks.
Yep.
Bingo. All eyes on me. Bingo. I forgot that he said he was going to take over the doctor.
Yep.
Dang. You right, all eyes on me. I forgot that he said that he was going to take over. Don't worry. He was going to take over the Dr.
Mm-hmm.
Savy thing.
Yep, and I knew that when
Yep.
time came, they was going to take him down, and I was waiting because I already knew that's what it was. They wasn't gonna let Nipsey do it, and they wasn't gonna because they don't want nobody to know how you can, cure cancer. You know what I'm saying? Like the homeopathic way or whatever.
Yep,
Like
homeopathic way.
basically
Yep.
just detoxing your body. People don't know that like the government now works with the pharmaceutical. That's why about what,
let's
10
stay
years
off the
ago
government.
they passed
Let-
that law, like, okay,
let-
if something happened with side effects with medicine and stuff, you
yeah.
can't sue them, no
Yeah,
more
now
or
you
whatever.
can.
So
Okay. Let's leave them alone. All eyes on me.
okay.
Look,
Yeah, see,
see,
Molly knows. She said it was. I think he also had a song called "I Like That." Yes, it was with Chingy. It
Chingy
was with
with Chingy.
Chingy.
Oh, that guy. Yep.
Yeah, and
You know
you
what,
see
Lady
what they
Mika?
doing to Chingy.
Yeah. Well, he all out. But you
Yeah, he
know
all
what?
out now.
All eyes on me. I remember that, and now that you say that, exactly,
Mhm.
he promised to take over that and do
Mhm.
that Dr. Sabi story
Yep.
when they got rid of uh
Nipsey.
oh Nipsey Hussle.
Yep.
Wow, dang,
And that's why they
dang,
came for
dang,
his
dang.
career. But keep in mind, y'all, he going through a ritual with his whole career situation. Same with Tamar. Tamar going through a ritual.
Mm.
It's called humiliation ritual, where a
That's why I
lot of
said they
stars
be
be getting
humiliated.
exposed, and don't think
Mm.
that them getting exposed is detrimental to them. It's not at all. It's part of the ritual that they go through. They have to go through embarrassing moments, exposed moments. They have to go through this to prove to their leader that they able to withstand what's going to be thrown at them when it comes to the audience, because we know how it is when you have fans and you have critics and you have people giving their opinions. People say the most disgusting vile stuff they can to you online, and they want to know how you can handle it. Just like with Ella, y'all see she ain't said nothing for a minute since all this allegations been going on, and her show got canceled, and then today she spoke and finally gave her words on what's been going on. But I ain't go and see that video because I was like, I don't want to hear nothing she got to say 'cause she a lying demon anyways, and I ain't got time for that other lies.
You know what? Two, Ben just made a good point. Lauren Hill. You notice that the artists that speak the truth and even the entertainers that
Mhm.
speak the truth, eventually they're gone. They get rid of them
Mhm.
somehow. They lose their shows. They lose their contracts when they trying to really preach the truth to us.
Mhm.
Yeah, remember when she was going through that whole tax thing? I don't know if y'all remember that article that came out and said what she told the judge when the judge told her why she ain't pay her $1 million in taxes. And she told the judge that she had to keep the money so that she could hide her churn from the peoples of the higher up. And then now her daughter came out and called herself exposing, I guess, Lauren or her father for the stuff that
Uh-huh.
she had to go. Well, it was mostly her exposing her father, but
Yeah.
Lauren got put into the whole situation. But Lauren did not give no commentary on it or speak out in the industry or no nothing. I think it's also like that when they tried to get her to perform at these concerts and stuff, and she went and performed at those concerts. It's the reason why she didn't want to perform. And I know a lot of us been missing her and been wanting her to come back. But y'all have to understand, she does not want to come back because she knows what been going on in Hollywood. That's why she did any and everything she
Yeah.
could to protect her children. But her children is gonna always be given that famous status because of who she is, and we all remember her. Even not her, she ain't got to worry about coming back into this world. I mean, coming back into the industry and giving us music because she knows that we gonna forever keep her name ringing and going along like with Left Eye and Leah. You know what I'm saying? She knows she gonna
Yeah.
always be talked about and spoke
Yeah.
on no matter what, even if she not in the industry. But I do feel like when she did try to come back and perform that couple what it was last year before when she tried to perform but she couldn't and she walked off stage and stuff. I think because she's still terrified and she's not trying to get involved into that whole situation, so she disappeared again on everybody.
She did speak out, but she has it's a video out, and I'm sure it's still on YouTube where it was like more of a ceremony, and she broke it down, um, basically like if she was doing poetry or whatever. The way she broke it down was real powerful or whatever, but she did speak out on it in that way, and this was
Uh.
some years ago.
Mm-hmm. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, it's deep, y'all. It's deep. So, and here's the thing, you know, that's why it's really so important for us to take time to really educate our children. And the unfortunate thing, a lot of these kids know the music and every word more than we do as parents. You know, you could raise your kid whatever way you want. Your parenting, I ain't got nothing to do with that. My parenting, nobody has anything to do with it. But it's important because that music is poisoning them. It's really poisoning our children, you know? And that's what
Yeah,
they purposely
I'll
doing
say
it.
that too, Miss T. I'll say that too. I agree
And the
with you on that.
cartoons too. Start
Mm-hmm.
picking up on the cartoons.
Oh,
They
I've been into that cartoon stuff because when you go down the rabbit hole, you starts to go and look
that
at
girl said a
everything.
rabbit hole. You go down the
Yes, when you
rabbit
go
hole?
down that rabbit hole, I'm telling you, once you get all the way down there, you be like, Lord, I thank you for giving me the strength and the understanding and the knowledge that I need to be able to have a strong enough mind for this because it is so much. Miss T, if you was to go down the rabbit hole, it is so much. And when I tell you when
Mm-hmm.
you do, it does become depressing. But then
And that's
it's
what the
it's like
lady just
it's like a
said.
human nature of you feeling that way or you feeling lost in the world. It's like lifted off of you because then now you know what is wrong. Now you can sense why everything is so backwards and why the way it's living is the way that it is. You get a whole bigger understanding of what's going on because now you done found out the whole truth. Now you done find that everything is connected. When I found out that Walt Disney was a
Yes,
major PO, I was like, Lord, I'm not watching
yes.
Disney Channel no more. That's messed up.
Well, yes,
And
yes.
then now we have to worry about the AI that's coming with
Oh yes.
technology to where they trying to
Yeah.
make the human body like it's a computer and make it to
Well, is y'all
where
gonna go see the
you don't
Matrix?
have feelings and or if you having a baby you can pretty much have it if you want your baby to be a jealous baby, stuff like that that's just weird, that they've been experimenting on human people, whatever. They've been saying like, where you don't have to worry about basically taking your soul, where you don't have to worry about getting old and all of this stuff or whatever now that they dealing with now because technology is like 25 years ahead of us. So the stuff is real scary. You know what I'm saying? So it's really deep.
Well, you know what? Mr. Kanye Kardashian, another one that's done. Yeah, Mr. Conway. Wait, Mr. Kanye Kardashian, he done, and you see they folding up too.
Mm-hmm.
Hello, baby, pink sugar. How are you? You notice that the Kardashians now, right? Aren't they going over off of television or something? I don't watch them.
I'm so glad they canceled that show. They ain't nothing but the head witches of the devil. I can't do them. And then did you see the one with Kanye West and that Jewel dude, the church Jewel that dude? I can't even say his name right because I don't like him. He's such a demon. But he's a pastor. He's a white man, right? He's the pastor white man. His name Jewel something. Y'all say his name in the
Not
chat.
Joel
And
Osteen. Joel
yes,
Osteen.
him. Yes, Miss T. You got to
What?
get away from him. Get away. Demon be gone.
Any of
No,
those
Demon
big
be
we.
any of
gone.
those big congregations
He
is
got a
dealing
huge
with
congregation.
You
dealing with
know
the
the
industry.
God don't. Miss T.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
You know what? I have problems with that Pizarro too sometimes. Hey, baby, what's going on? But you know what? I have a problem with that sometime too. But you know what? I think they were trying to push Kanye West up to, I don't even think for him to be elected and no official or not, no president. I think it was for division for both parties somehow. But I think they thought that it would affect the Democrats more. But anywho, he's real gone, y'all. He's real gone. And I know y'all heard him say he sold himself to the devil.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
Kanye,
he all said it.
people think Kanye
Levert
is
said it
crazy,
too.
but
He told
Kanye
them he
Levert,
is
sold his.
he's really
Yeah,
intelligent. You know what I'm saying? They keep trying
he's a
to,
genius.
put them under the mind control, and he keeps getting out of it. Because people don't understand
like
too.
how
A
Michael
lot of those
Jackson
celebrities,
was.
a lot of our
Hold up.
celebrities are clones too, or whatever. But
Yep.
Like Michael
Kanye
Jackson.
even he's been messed up for sacrificing his mama. He had a performance, and it was something about in his rhymes where he was saying, he sacrificed his mama for some
He
like a
said it at his
McDonald's toy
concert
or something like
live.
that or whatever, or whatever. So they keep by him trying to keep speaking out or whatever, then they keep trying to silence him and they have to take him back and try to put him under mind control because when they do that, they give you a different behavior or whatever.
Hmm.
And of course, even when he spoke out against Jay-Z and them, letting us know, about them when they was trying to recruit Hillary and stuff like that, they didn't like none of that either. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, he's still kind of sane or whatever, but it's just they keep trying to break him down, but he keep getting out of it. And then we know, like the Kardashians, they're witches or whatever. Their grandmother was a witch or whatever. So they deal with all of that too, trying to take the black man down or whatever. So that's why
I
they
do. I
use
believe
them
that, y'all.
for
I
that
believe
also.
this. I believe some of this.
Well, he did say he they talking about him in that movie Get Out. That's why you need to go see that. You need to see that
Okay.
movie, Miss T,
So
because
I'm gonna
it's the
watch the
reason why
movie Get Out.
Kanye West said that. It's the reason why he said he is the dude that's on Get Out. I mean, it's the truth.
He have
Oh
a
But
wait,
she
video
is
hold up.
on
correct.
YouTube
Hold up.
where last year in October he predicted this COVID coming or whatever. He also said that everybody's going to die by 2014.
Oh, I ain't
He
listening
was
to all that
yeah,
shit.
he was basically, I guess, because he know they agenda or whatever they're trying to do, because like
Yeah,
they
I know
said,
some
that's why
stuff I ain't
they're
listening to.
exposing stuff more,
Miss T
because
said some stuff
they
I ain't
Some
listening
yeah,
shit.
because I still believe, in my God and Lord, so I ain't going for that either. But
Look,
he
y'all.
to.
basically predicted the COVID coming or whatever. And this video was last year, that he did in October. He was in Wisconsin or something because he moved away from the cities or whatever, in Hollywood.
Uh,
He was basically saying how he was messed up to where, I don't know if y'all remember his little daughter, where they had
mm,
her with this little leather dress.
the modeling.
Somebody was holding her
Uh,
and she had the
uh,
leather jacket on. He said
mm.
that he was so messed up in the industry that where he was trying to basically
Hey,
dress his
James.
daughter like Rihanna, you know, and stuff like that. Basically, how they
Well,
wasn't.
Rihanna said she sold her soul. They asked her, did she sell her soul to the
Oh yeah, of
they
course
asked
they
her a
all did.
question and she said, I sold my
Hmm.
soul to the devil. What are you talking
Yeah,
about?
but this is
Yeah,
him
see,
trying
I
to, the way
think
they
they
was dressing
serious.
their kids, and he was trying to dress his daughter however Rihanna them dressed. You know what I'm saying? In like skimpy
Yeah,
clothes and
yeah,
stuff like that. The
yeah,
daughter was only like probably almost one or was one then or whatever.
yeah. Let me ask you something. Hold up. I thought I heard somebody say Levert sold his soul or Levert something.
Yeah, they all
Yeah,
did.
that's what I
His
said.
dad
I said
sacrificed
Levert
his soul
sold
for
his
him.
soul too.
Oh,
He
I
the
thought
one
you was
who
talking about
said
Roberta.
no,
Hold,
no, Levert or Uzi,
Yeah,
whatever his
Uzi,
name. If you
hold
say his
up.
name
or something.
backwards,
Yeah.
it's loose. If you say his name backwards, or I mean, if you
Hmm.
say his name 3 times, it says Lucifer. So yeah, but he did the same thing Kanye West did. It's a ritual that they do called stage performance. And in this stage performance rituals that they do, what they do is they get on stage because they already have their audience under their spell already through their
That's
music.
all of them.
So all they have to do is tell them the truth into that, and it will fall on deaf ears. So Lil Uzi, he did the same thing. He told them because what he did on the stage different from Kanye West is he had the Bible and he took the Bible and he started ripping pages out of the Bible, and a lot of his
What?
fans started booing him when they started booing him when he did that. He said, I don't care, I'm going to hell anyways, and all y'all going to hell with me because y'all listen to my music and my music is the money. And
Oh
I was like,
wow.
wow, these people so dumb.
Well, they
But
Wow.
all
they
do
kept
that
booing
when
him
they
though. Even
perform
when
at
he
those
after he said that, they
concerts.
still kept booing him.
Hey,
Yeah, when
hold
they
on. Let me
uh-huh.
ask the question right quick. Hold
Hmm.
on. Pink at Pink Sugar. Hold on. Let me ask Pink Sugar this. You saying that Ask April and Sugar Shay just got their channel snatched? Talking about this? I don't know what you're talking about. Wait, let her clarify this. Because y'all know this is different for me, but I like conspiracy, but it's different. Wait, hold on. She telling us something. Hold on, y'all. She,
Okay.
I said that's why I got off the government. Like, not y'all. Let's get off of them and let's just talk about the entertainment. But I think she said they got. Ask April just got her channel snatched. Sugar Shay just got her channel snatched for talking about this pink sugar. You're not making it clear, right? Yes or no, or that's what you're talking about. But anywho, I thought one of y'all said Levert. Levert was my man.
Mine's too.
That was
Yeah,
my
You
they're
husband.
talking about look? No, not look. Look, you talking about the old school Levert?
right. They're still
Mm-hmm.
The one
this.
I make good
It
love
still goes from the
1,000,000
50s and
times.
60s, even with Sam Cooke and them all or whatever. Even back then when they was trying to get their masters, they ended up dead mysteriously, like Janet Joplin and all of that stuff.
Oh yeah,
So
yeah,
it
yeah. A
ain't
lot of them
nothing
you die
new. It's
young.
just coming more to light because of technology now. People is catching on to, because like back then, how information they used to do with the horses, or putting the stuff in the bottle and sending it
Mm-hmm.
across the waters and all
Mm-hmm.
of that, or it was with the
Mm-hmm.
trains and airplanes. But now technology, that's the thing with technology. It was a curse for them, and it helped them, but it woke a lot of people up to what's
But you
going
know what?
Well,
on.
all eyes on me. They don't know about the technology that is already what they seen back in the 70s.
Hmm.
Like what's the movie called that everybody loves so much? Um,
I
the
don't know.
time back in
I don't know.
time, that time
I'm not a
jump.
movie buff.
With the Wolf, Teen Wolf, is it that one?
When they went back in time with that
Yeah,
car,
that's it.
that movie, and they
Yeah,
made like
Teen
a
Wolf
couple
or
of them back
whatever.
in time or something.
Hmm.
They don't know that type of technology exists yet. Just like they
Hmm.
don't know that the clone technology exists neither. A lot of them still thinking because we in this type of age and the technology that they're giving us, this is the new age technology. But really and truly, a lot of y'all minds will be blown when y'all find out that they've been cloning. They've been y'all thinking that spaceships and stuff and those the
Yeah,
government
they
do
was
with they
cloning
little.
back during
I mean, not the
Hitler.
government,
Hmm.
but the people do
Uh,
the big G do with those experiments that they be having where they be talking about the flying saucers and the
yeah,
spaceships and stuff.
and all that
That's
back in
that's
the
just
day.
technology.
Yeah, that
That's just
is. But you
technology.
know what? I remember when I was in college, we was talking about how powerful that technology was going to become, and how the computer as well was going to be a double-edged sword. It was good, and it has been a double-edged sword.
Yeah, Back to the Future.
Yeah, and it was with
They
the
don't know anything about that technology yet, but they soon will though. They soon will. Just like
So,
with Michael Jackson.
ladies,
He was your prime example of your government. Oh, I keep
yeah,
saying the G
I
word
think so.
of
Yeah,
them doing their experiment.
girl, if I get up tomorrow and don't have a child, because Big Sugar is down here talking about somebody channels got snatched, and I'm trying to ask her, was it in relations to talking about this? So she going to get a computer.
Ain't
See
it? She
that?
needs to let us know now.
Yeah, that's why we want to get off the GOV. They don't care if we talk so much. Hey, Sephora, about it. But anyway, with all this being said, the real deal is that we really have to make sure we train up our kids and we stay abreast of what's going on, and we open our minds, because stuff is moving, traveling so fast, and we getting so many distractions, and that's what they want us to do, that we won't become woke. you know
Hmm.
hmm
and the sad thing about it is that the G men, the big G, have so much control. It's almost hard for us to get from underneath it.
She
So,
said no. It's I guess she said no. It's not from this. Sephora C said
oh, go ahead.
April
I don't
channel
know
is
what she
up
was
and
talking about.
running.
I
So
don't
I
know.
don't know
That's
what she's
why
talking about
sometimes you
neither.
can't watch the chat, because you'll get confused. She could have been talking about something else, and I go, "Oh, somebody channel got snatched." That's all. Because y'all know this is new, you know. But I
Hmm.
do. You know what? I do want to have some. Oh, wait. Yes, yeah, Miss T, time to ease on. Yeah, I said that. Thank you, baby. I said that too. We gonna ease up on it. But anyway, let's just turn it in, because it's getting kind of, yeah. But anyway, we do need to make sure that we pay attention, you know,
Mhm.
We need to pay attention to what's going on around us and do whatever humanly and spiritually possible for us to survive, because it's going to get rough out here. You know, I always said no matter what I do, and this was an open platform because that Tamar thing was really bothering me, and Tiffany Haddish, and then I thought about, what's that girl, not Christina Aguilera, that other one, Britney Spears, how they destroy. And I said, I just want to talk about this. And I know you was good at it. I didn't even know you was good at it. All eyes on me, because I do believe stuff happens,
Mhm.
around us. And sometimes we blinded by so many other things. And that's the way they want us to be blinded, that we don't see what's really going on. And then Pizarro, you spoke on it earlier. We don't want to believe that a lot of people are involved in this children, this pedophilia, this, marketing stuff. We don't want to believe that. We want to stay blinded. And that's how, things can really hurt us, by not wanting to know some things. Now, some things, tonight was a little bit deep for me, and it was deep for other people. It was deep for other people, but it was the truth, and the
Mhm.
truth will set you free. It was the truth, you know. But I really did appreciate it. Miss Pizarro, you are really into this rabbit hole going deeper. Katy Perry. Yep, they said Katy Perry was one of them. Yeah, a lot of these entertainers. I would hope whatever we do, we would have enough control to know that. And my father used to say this: all money ain't good money.
Mhm.
Yep.
It's the
All
reason why
money
the
ain't
old
good money.
heads say that.
Don't sell your soul. I don't even want. I used to pray against my boys, and I just told my boys that, because one of them was really in the music industry, and he was around. And I used to pray, and this the craziest thing. In reality, I wish they made it, because of course, it would have been good. But then God answered my prayers. I was like, no, maybe when I start listening to this, I thank God they never did go far, because who knows what a person will do to live a certain lifestyle.
Mhm. There you
And
go,
I,
to live a certain
yeah,
lifestyle.
yeah, and see,
And it's
it's
better
very
to have your riches in heaven than down here on earth.
right,
I
and a
don't give
lot
a
of
care. I don't care nothing about the riches on earth. I'm trying to go to heaven. Okay, they need to read the
Mhm.
book of Enoch. Did
And I
y'all
don't know if y'all know
read what
heard
he said
Pastor.
of the heavens? How he described the heavens from the first level to the second level to the third level. I want to go there. I don't want to go to hell because he
And it's
described
a
hell, and
reason
there's
why
three
they
places
took
in
that
hell
part
too.
out the
I
Bible,
ain't
Miss
doing it.
Pizarro.
Hmm.
what you
I
say.
said it's a reason why they took that part out the Bible.
They took the book of Enoch out the
Thank you.
Yeah.
Bible. Keep in
Mhm.
mind, they
She
took the
says
book
a
of
reason
Jasper out
why.
the Bible
Yep.
too.
She
They
says a
took a
Mhm.
lot
reason
of stuff
why.
out the Bible. The Bible just isn't that book that we have now. The Bible was
Right.
so big and huge. Well, that Bible is in Africa. So, they preserved that big, huge Bible, and no one has touched it. It's been the same way since the first time that they found it back in the old days. So, and that's another thing. I'm moving to Africa too because, like they say, what comes up must come down, and it's United States' turn to
I will.
fall. And I'm gonna be in Africa when it do. Sure is. So I can go over there and buy me up some nice land and stuff. You know what I'm saying? I done found out a whole bunch of stuff. I'll blow y'all mind.
Mhm.
Thank
Y'all
you,
don't even know
baby.
that we got land and other continents on this earth that y'all don't even know
Just
about.
like three hundred
See, I'm
dollars.
going,
A
I'm
hundred
going, I'm
dollars
going
you
too
can.
deep for
Mhm.
y'all. I'm going too deep. Let me
I
No,
hush.
don't know
but
if
you know
y'all
what?
heard of Pastor Stephen Darby on YouTube, which he died mysteriously. I think it's
A
been
lot
like
of
a year
people
and a
do.
half, but he's not preaching like these preachers in the church now because
This is not case.
they going off of what they were taught. He's preaching the real thing. So if y'all can check his channel out, he breaks down a whole bunch of stuff that's going on of what we're talking about and things that I didn't even know or whatever, about dimensions in the water and stuff, different spirits about the breakthrough and dimensions in some of these colleges or whatever and stuff like that
Hey,
or whatever.
Cook.
So
Mhm. Harley Q, Sephora. Hello. Well, you know what? A lot of stuff is happening around us. I'm gonna get ready to wrap this up. This
okay.
has been no, no, no. Hold on, baby. You don't have to leave so soon. Y'all stay right there, cause I want to ask y'all something.
Okay.
So, with this being said, right? What do you think just what do you think that's probably humanly possible that a person can do?
Stay
That a
prayed
person
up
can do? Good
and
answer.
stay true to your God. I mean, because He controls everything, no matter what they do. Because I mean, even though they keep trying to do stuff, um, they still keep failing in a lot of stuff. That's why they haven't accomplished what they wanted to by now, and that's why they pushing forward because they know they don't have that much time. Even when it comes to us black folks, you know what I'm saying, with
Yeah.
different races, like the white race about to be completely, out by 2030, they say, because the
Hmm.
white women are more, they're strung out on opiates. You know what I'm saying? So you have the African American and Mexicans, they are breathing babies. Even though they keep trying to,
Hmm.
experiment on us and keep trying to put some in our bodies and, stop us from, making
Hmm.
babies and all that or whatever, it's still not working.
Yeah. I do believe, I'm going to tell you, I do believe in prayer, you guys. I really do. I'm a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual person. Now, I'm going to tell you, I don't sit up in church every Sunday. I used to faithfully go to church. However, that's
I don't
between
either.
God and I. I am a
Mm-hmm.
spiritual person. I know there is a God. I know God is real. I know God is in the midst of everything that is going on. So if that's what you believe, make sure we stay prayed up. But
Mm-hmm. And we
also
are the chosen ones anyway.
make sure we are preparing. And I often say that because it's some stuff that's coming our way that basically we can't control. However, we can prepare.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? We could prepare as best as we can, but I don't trust the government for taking care of anything for me. To be honest,
Mm-hmm.
I want to do as best as I can on my own. But like I told you, some things that I am really afraid of, but because of my profession, I have to do. And I don't like feeling like that. I don't like feeling that somebody controls me like that. You know?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I make a choice not to do it, then they say, well, you can no longer work in this profession. You can't come to work. That's crazy. That's like you controlling me because,
Yeah,
it,
It's all about control, Miss T.
yeah,
we in
That's
the
it,
why I
matrix.
stay prayed up. I keep God with me everywhere I
Mm-hmm.
go, even when I
that,
say the nasty, disgusting things that I say to folks. When I get off this lot, I make sure I pray to God to forgive me for what I have said. I live through God, even when I'm stressed out, going through any everything. I walk and live and breathe through God. That's the way that my grandma taught me, and that's the way that I have been doing it. And ever since I have been doing it, God has opened up my mind. And well, my I know God exists for me because on
yeah,
my own personal level, on my own is personal experience. I have
yeah.
died and came back to life. He saved my life. He decided
Oh,
that it wasn't
wow.
time for me to die. I experienced seeing the death of the angel of death. I seen the angel of death. They did take me into, the heavens and stuff like that. And I was a little girl at the time. I was very young. You know what I'm saying? But it wasn't my time to go because God had a different plan, which was, you know, me being able to have kids and me being able to experience life and me still living my life and me being able to come to, a understanding of what this world is about, for me to be able to connect and me be able to connect with a lot of other people who felt the same way I did when it came to the conspiracy. We have grew so much and more bigger, and more people every day is growing more towards the real conspiracy of our community. So I am glad that me and a lot of old conspiracy people was able to give out the information that we can to help folks. It's not just, to make people believe in what we believe in. It's just so that people can see what is going on, and so that they can look and understand, and can figure it out for themselves when we tell them these type of things, because I had to go through the same exact same thing too. That's why it took me years when I went down it, because I wanted to know every single thing. And he helped me go through every single thing that I needed to know. That's why, some of them in your chat is like, what? Other continents, other land, all this stuff. Yes. It is very deep. You guys don't even know how huge and beautiful and big the earth is. You guys don't even know you've been put into one small spot on earth, while there's other continents and land out there that these people doesn't even want you to know about. That's the crazy part. A lot of y'all think Antarctic exists. That's why I told them when on my live that I was doing, remember that conspiracy live in the sea, and I told them to look at Antarctic. Please look
Mhm.
up the pictures of Antarctic. There's no way that Antarctic should have any type of land. It should be nothing but ice.
Wow. I tell you, I'll tell you, you guys. This I said it was an open panel. And you know I don't do open panels that much. And I wanted to get in something, but this has been so informative. And some people can't handle it, you guys. Some people can't handle the truth. Some people don't want to know the truth. And I used to walk like that. And I'm gonna tell
Mm-hmm.
you, I'm because sometimes I say, oh, I don't want to know. I just don't want to know. I just want to go on,
Right.
because I was afraid to hear the truth. But the
Mm-hmm.
more that I hear the truth, the more that I know is confirmation of what I'm thinking. Like I thought, well, I'll open the chat up tonight and, I want to talk about a little conspiracy theories, and all of a sudden you came and you just wrapped it up. Some stuff was gruesome and some stuff people couldn't handle. And I noticed that. And, that's how it goes. But most of all, it's been very informative. Pizarro, you are sharp at this. You really are. I didn't realize that until you start talking today and I start connected. And also, all eyes on me. I've never even seen you here before, but I'm so glad you took the opportunity to come up here and hang with me because you know a lot too.
Mm-hmm.
All eyes on me. You still there?
Yeah, I'm here. Thank
Yeah,
you.
I really
Yeah,
appreciate that. So,
she's real good with it. She's one of my
so,
conspiracy buddies.
And
so
thanks to Durant Hyman in the chat. I appreciate it.
yeah, somebody. Yeah, you are, sis. I didn't know that. So I appreciate y'all joining me. This was something new for me. I really thoroughly enjoyed it. And hopefully we
Yeah,
could
I
do
did
it
too.
again. I think what we need to
And
do though.
hopefully we can get other content creators, you know, give their opinion on the situation of what we talked about, to give the B sector some other
Yeah,
new
Sephora.
content besides,
But
always the drama.
And I know
yeah, but
Lady
you know
Nika
what?
wanted to do something on her channel
Who?
before. Lady Nika, we was supposed to me and Miss Pizarro do something on her channel before. Um but I also want to just say this last thing that we're living in a matrix. So I mean, make sure
Right.
y'all take the red pill and not the blue one. And also with this COVID going on, I don't know if people know. Um,
C19. All eyes on
yeah,
me. C19.
Oh,
C19.
C19.
Call it
Sorry. Um,
C19.
with these people, with the parents sending the kids back to school, it was like going around that if your kids start getting sick, CPS is going to try to remove them out your home. I know this happened to a nurse. I don't know if people seen that went viral like a couple of months ago.
Ain't
So that's
nobody
kind of
taking my children
something
nowhere
to
unless they ready
think
for my
about also.
AK-47. I'm just saying.
And
I'm
they've
just
been doing it anyway. I listen to Lance Scurv also. You know, a lot of people speak out on that. And I know this happened to a lady in Georgia or whatever. She moved from Florida, but her daughter was like 10, but she looked like she was 4 or something. She had some type of rare disease or whatever. And a doctor in Georgia had alerted CPS them or whatever, and they took her out the home for no reason or whatever. Well, come to find out, they did an experiment on it. It was something about our tonsils, where you know how they always be trying to act like we don't need our tonsils or whatever. Well, it's some type of cortisone in our tonsil to where it can make more weapons, like military weapons, and also it can make
what?
more cancer
Now wait.
cells or whatever. And they ended up chopping the
Girl, you
lady
going
daughter
too
into
deep for Miss
pieces.
Wait.
Yeah.
T9.
Oh
So that
no
was,
no no.
yeah,
I
and it also something like this happened with a lady in Texas too. So, but yeah, so people need to look at that because they are trying to keep taking our kids or whatever. And it's a reason why the stuff in Chicago is going on with the drill music, with the industry and all of that, where they the music is basically killing your ops and
wait
then
boo.
disrespecting your ops or whatever. So and then on top of that, more of the policeman is doing the killing, other kids there too. So, and making it like it's black on black crime, but it's really not like how they making it. So that's about it. But this was a good, conversation. I'm glad I was able
It
to come up and set up the panel for it and everything. So I appreciate it.
Yes, this was a real good live. And y'all know I love to talk
okay.
about conspiracy,
Okay, you
so
guys. I'm getting ready to shut this down. I just got a message that they flagging my channel. So I'm about to shut it down.
Okay, thank
So
you.
anywho,
okay.
thank you
Thank you,
so
Miss
much.
T.
Hey, thank you. I loved it. I'm about to play my theme song, you know. So I appreciate y'all. Hey, I will
Okay.
catch up with y'all. We not just leaving like that. Okay. I'm about to shut it down. Okay, you guys.
Okay.
Talk to y'all later.
Okay.
They flagging my channel.